Hey, I'm Adam
And
Chaim,
I'm Shoshana Chaim, and we are
propelled
Propelled
by
by
plants.
Plants.
Today we bring to you episode 384, our favorite gifts for the holidays.
Today on the Plant Trainers podcast, we're going to be talking about small bits of algae and hush-weighted blankets, bright Biofy smoothies, and warm air-fried Brussel nuggets,
Black
black
bean
bean
chili
chili
boiled
boiled up
up
in
in
an
an
instant
instant
pot.
pot. These
These
are
are a
a few
few of
of
our
our
favorite
favorite
things
things
to
to
shop.
shop.
Pink salt lamps and gel for your muscles, kids' books and cookbooks and bicycle trainers.
Only
Only
what
what
we
we
use
use
for
for
ourselves
ourselves
is
is
what
what
we
we sing.
sing.
These
These
are
are
a
a
few
few
of
of
our
our
favorite
favorite
things.
things.
Hooray!
Let us know if we should ever sing again
I was
because
going to
that was
say,
pretty brutal.
now you know why we went into podcasting and
And
not.
not singing.
All right, everybody. We are super excited for today's podcast. We are going to be talking about some of our favorite things, some of our favorite gifts to give for the holidays. And of course, these are things that we only use ourselves. In fact, I would say 99% of these things are in our house, and 100% of these things are actually ordered, if not already in our house. They're things that we use ourselves. Now, some of these things are also affiliate links or through our Amazon link. And when you purchase through a Plant Trainers affiliate link or through a Plant Trainers Amazon link, what's happening is you are not paying a dime more. Do
No.
dimes still exist? You're not paying a dime more.
I was going to say pennies, but I don't even know if pennies exist. I don't
Pennies
think they
don't
do.
exist in Canada anymore, but you will not pay any more than you would have paid going through those companies or Amazon directly. And in a lot of these cases, you're going to have discounts by going through us. And what happens is that little kickback, I'm telling you, it's not sending our kids to university in any way, but it does help cover a lot of the costs that go through for the podcast. And we really do appreciate your support. So if you've been thinking about, hey, I'd love to support these guys, but I don't really have an extra lot of change in my pocket, these are some of the ways that you can support us today. But really what we're doing is we're offering amazing ideas for great gifts at a lot of different price points.
Yeah, and if you didn't want to buy one of these things through our links and you want to just contribute to the podcast or support one of our amazing interns that help us out with the show, you could always use our Patreon at planttrainers.com/Patreon, or no, it's patreon.com/planttrainers. I'll link in the show notes like usual. Don't worry about it.
He will definitely link in the show notes. All right, let's get to it.
And everything we are going to talk about today will be in our show notes at planttrainers.com/384. So you'll be able to get access to everything very easily.
And if you want to browse beyond what we're talking about today, go to planttrainers.com/shop. And then we have our favorite things that links to our Amazon site. And,
all right, let's get into this. Let's get into
enough
this.
with
There's
that.
so many amazing things for the holidays. This week is also Black Friday. There's so many specials coming out, and we'll have another great special coming out Friday, I'm sure, as well. But the holidays are coming up so quick. So we really wanted to share these amazing products that we use regularly so that you can get them for yourselves or the people that you love.
And we do have a lot of them here to show. So if you're listening and want to watch on YouTube, head over to YouTube to see. The first thing that we're going to talk about kind of needs no introduction.
None.
It is our Vitamix.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times a day I use it. I'll make a smoothie for me and or Adam and or the kids. So we have a couple of smoothies sometimes going in a day. I make salad dressings. I've made soups in there. I make cashew creams and cashew mac and cheese.
Ice cream. We make everything.
My
cookies,
muffins,
like pancakes,
you name it,
like whatever.
everything's made in here. I love the Vitamix more than any other one. I've used other ones at friends' houses, sleepovers, you name it. The tamper is amazing. And what I love about the company the best is their customer service.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is their customer service. I wish I had an affiliate link to go straight
I
through
know.
Vitamix, but the ones that we like the best will be in the links, will be in the
our Amazon page.
on our Amazon page. And a lot of people spend a lot of time saying, which one should I get? Which one should I get? Which one should I get? And you get caught up in thinking, which one should I get? And I find a lot of people are not making their purchase because they're like, oh, I don't know which one's best. And the truth is we have the very, very basic one. Ours is 10 years
Yeah,
old, 9 years
it's
old, something like that. And we're super happy. So I think that you can't go wrong if you want the massive amount of power, if you want to do things that are fancier, then think about it. Otherwise, just go basic and go within your price point. And that's my
yeah.
biggest advice
It's a
today.
real quality product that's going to last you a really long time, and the customer service is fantastic. So the next product we've been using
Ooh.
so much and we really love it. It's our Instant Pot. And for those of you who don't have one of these, this is a pressure cooker pretty much, right? But
Yeah.
it's really solid quality, and again, another great company with good customer service.
Yeah, so the Vitamix is definitely a higher price point. The Instant Pot can be a high price point, but it can be very reasonable at $50, $80, things like that too. So watch for the prices. And again, same thing happens here. People are like, oh, which one do I need? Do I need this function? Do I need that function? If you're gonna bake cakes in it, if you're going to make yogurts in it, you could pay closer attention. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I would go basic. I would go, you can always have a first one, sell it if you want something fancier later, and upgrade
Just
later on.
think about how easy life could be when you just put all these ingredients into your Instant Pot, leave for work, go out to school, do what you got to do for the day, come back and you have a meal ready to go. Like
Yeah.
it's so you don't even have to be there to watch it. It deals with it all by itself, and it really cooks it in a healthy way.
Yeah, chilies and stews and all kinds of that. How I really, really love to use this the most, how it's convenient for my life, is I'll soak beans overnight and then I'll rinse them through in the morning and then I'll put them in the Vitamix. I'm sorry, I'll put them in the Instant Pot and then I'll go about my day. I'll see my clients, I'll work out, kids at school, all of these other things that I'm doing throughout the day. And even though it hasn't cooked that long, I could still leave it sitting there as it kind of cools down. So at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or even when I'm making dinner later on, as I'm making dinner, I'm rinsing through the beans again and I'm storing them in 2 cups, like 2 cup containers or 2 cup baggies that I keep reusing, so that when I need them, they're there and available. And it's not taking up it's not taking up my whole Sunday boiling all these beans. So, and I'm telling you, I kid you not, corn on the cob, organic corn on the cob, 3 minutes in the Instant Pot, tastes the best corn on the cob ever that I have made.
All right, keeping with the kitchen, I wanted to bring up this item because this has changed the way we do our frying. And this is a non-stick pan made by Ozuri. And we were first introduced to this product by John Gray, who's Ride Bikes Eat Food on Instagram. So I wanted to give him a shout out. But we don't cook with oil. And if you don't cook with oil, you need a good, solid, non-stick pan. And I got to tell you, these guys have been
Yeah, it's a
fantastic.
game changer. We still had our old pans before, and every time I took
Ozuri.
them out, I was worried about toxicity. I was worried about leaching because of the Teflon and all those other things.
Great product.
So this has been a game changer. I don't worry about that anymore, and I barely need any water with the cooking either, because you don't want to turn your saute into steam. So this has really helped. And pancake making,
Everything.
you know what made the biggest difference?
Tofu.
The eggplant, no, the chickpea omelets always used to stick,
Yeah.
even in the nonstick pans, but with these new pans, they don't
But
stick
even
at all.
doing the tofu without oil and
Yeah,
just putting on a pan, it usually sticks. But
it would
on
stick
these
too.
guys, John Gray, Ride Bikes Eat Food on Instagram. Thank you so much, one of our listeners and friends, for introducing us to these pans. Really solid product.
All right. The next thing we're going to talk about quickly is an indoor bike trainer. Those are hard to find on Amazon these days because everybody is buying them.
It's the
So
season.
we're going to see what we could find. We're going to throw it up there for you. But if you
Yeah.
ever find one, guys, buy it quick. Like if you're thinking about it, buy it quick, whether it's through us or not, because they're going fast.
Yeah.
As the Northern Hemisphere gets into winter and gyms are reclosing or have limited amount of people available, you want to be able to exercise the best as possible. It's easy to put away in a cupboard. And I mean, we've had one for years. It makes
we have
a
a
huge
couple,
difference.
and we use the Cyclops, which is a great product. We'll try to find one to put onto the Amazon page for you, but they're out of stock pretty quickly. And I love how you jumped out of the kitchen into fitness. You skipped over our air
I
fryer.
did.
So we
Sorry.
wanted to mention the air fryer because we do use it pretty often. It's the air fryer Power XL, I think it is, and we'll put that in our Amazon page as well.
Yeah, the regular air fryer is a pretty good price point, but what people are getting now is the air fryer with the dehydrator together, and people are
We don't have
loving
one.
that because it takes up less room. We
Right.
don't have a dehydrator, period. It is a bigger price point, but you know, it's the season for giving. So that's something to consider as well. And you could check out the show notes there.
All right, one of these things that we got, it was probably
Ooh.
last year, which was really cool, and we got it just in time for the winter. We wanted to start making our own food, and so we got this arrow garden.
Well, here's the real story. We wanted to
Mine
start.
was fake.
We wanted to start making our food, and my mother paid attention to that, and
Yeah.
she got us the arrow garden, or the family the arrow garden, for the holidays last year.
Yeah, and when I say making our own food, I meant growing
our own food. So she was like, wow, this is amazing. And we were like, oh, indoors, like,
Yeah.
you know, we were kind of hesitant at first, and life is so busy, we never opened it. But when COVID hit in March, it was the perfect timing for opening it, because by the time they grew really big, by mid-April, we were able to plant like really great size herbs into our garden.
Yeah, we do. This one holds 6 different pods. It comes with the pods, and we were able to put together these herbs. And then when they grew and nice and big, we actually transplanted them outside during the summer, and they just kept growing and growing. And it was a great experiment with the kids to watch it go from little nothing seeds into actual herbs that we could actually pick off, eat, and cook with.
And people on social media really like to watch it grow, as they posted a little bit on mine too. And the week that I transplanted it, we were a little bit worried. Oh my God, is it gonna take?
Yeah.
But we just kept nurturing it. We just kept making sure it was watered enough and that it had the right amount of light. And they took off, and we made a couple of pestos. And you need a lot of basil for pesto. We made a couple of pestos.
Yeah.
It did really good for us this season.
All right, the next product is one that we started sharing recently, and it's Biofy Limitless Greens. Our clients, our friends have always asked us for a green juice product, a powder that they could use to speed up their process of the day, and something that was convenient, that was still healthy. And it's so hard to find quality products, but we did. Biofy Limitless Greens is a green juice powder that I use it every single day. And actually, for someone who's looking to get off coffee, I got to tell you, this has been helpful. I know that's not the purpose of it.
It would be like 4 o'clock. I'd be like, "Where's your coffee mug? Why isn't it in the dishwasher?"
It's really made a big difference. It increases energy throughout the day. It helps boost your immune system. It's great at detoxing. It revitalizes your body. It's 100% organic and non-GMO, and of course it's vegan. I mean, you get all your greens in for the day. It's so super.
Is it Canadian made or American? It's Canadian made, but they do ship, of course, to the United States, and it's got a lot of the great adaptogens that we love in there as well. But high quality, like we've checked out toxicity levels, all of that. So it's great something product that we trust and we use.
Much, yeah. So, and they've been generous enough to give our listeners, our audience, our friends 10% off. You just have to go to biofyshop.com/plants, and you'll be able to get a 10% off coupon. And it's such a quality product. It's well worth it. And it tastes great too.
And especially if you're going to do some traveling over the holiday season, and you know you're not going to be eating to the same quality that you're used to, that's a great way just to cover your bases on a daily basis.
Yeah, and once we're in the food, I just wanted to mention another great product that we've been using for a long time, getting our algae in with energy bits. And you can get your spirulina. Let me make sure you could see that spirulina algae, or your chlorella, and they're labeled for different things. So energy recovery. And these are products that, again, I've been using them for years. A lot of our clients and friends use them as well and love them. And it's a great way to get your algae in, to get those micronutrients into your body. You just swallow them and go. And the taste is, it's kind of fun.
Well, I was going to say that's the good thing about these tabs is because you just swallow them and you don't burp them up after. You're not having to put them into your smoothie and make your smoothie taste awful, because let's face it, those algae, like spirulina and chlorella in big doses, doesn't taste very good. So you can just swallow them down. You can bring them with anywhere you go in a little container, and they actually are filling as well if you have them with your water. So it's a great, it's great. It doesn't make you dirty. It doesn't make the kitchen dirty, and they're easy to swallow. And our kids love to chew them and then show us their green teeth, which is kind of gross, but makes a really good Instagram picture.
It does. And so, of course, go to energybits.com and at checkout, use our code PLANTTRAINERS and you'll get a discount there. So
I think a big discount.
Yeah, we'll put the link in our show notes, of course, at planttrainers.com/384.
All right. Do we have anything else in the food realm? I know I switched to bikes before, but
yeah, I want to talk about our Yummy Foods activity book for kids, which
yes, let me hold on.
You can go grab one, but I was going to pull it up online because we do have a digital version that you could order as a PDF, or you can buy the print version as well, and that's on Amazon. And we put this book together because we thought that food literacy was something that was important for our kids to really understand and learn about food and where it comes from and how to use it. So we put this book together. It has a bunch of games and puzzles and information that kids of all ages, even adults can benefit from. And when you work on it as a family, it's actually a fun activity book to be using. So, I mean, ages 3 and up, I would say.
Yeah, 3 to 5 to about 10 to 12. After that, they're too cool for school. But it's a really, what is it, like $14, $13? Depends what Amazon's doing at that time.
Yeah, but you could also get the PDF off of our website.
So it's a great stocking stuffer. It's great if you have lots of nieces and nephews and want to find something at a good price point to, get something for everybody, but save this holiday season, because a lot of people's budget has changed because of the world situation.
All right. So next we have a new addition to our lineup of favorite things. And this is really exciting because it seems to be a new wave of product. And it's kind of like the in thing to get now, which is a weighted blanket. And for anybody who has been thinking about getting a weighted blanket or has heard about the buzz about it, we've partnered up with Hush Blankets, and we're very excited to be partnered with them. It's a Canadian company who does ship to the US and Canada. And it's really exciting that they were able to give us a $35 discount for all of our listeners and fans and friends. So we'll tell you a bit more about it, but you can go to planttrainers.com/hush. And to get $35 off, you put in the code PLANTTRAINERS35, all capital letters. But tell them about the blanket.
Okay, so a weighted blanket is basically when you put the blanket on, you feel like there's a weight on you. And I know that if I sleep with a blanket that's way too thin or not heavy enough, that I can't sleep. So I kind of like 2 blankets on me. So I'm really excited about this, but it's basically deep touch pressure stimulation. And it's kind of like having a hug while you sleep all night without feeling suffocated. And basically it's a game changer for depth of sleep, for anxiety,
quality of
sleep. There's been research showing people with attention issues, kids with developmental issues, people are getting a lot of benefit by sleeping with these blankets. There is a money back guarantee. So really, you have nothing to lose other than a good night's sleep. And what's happening as well is that there's sweat wicking in there. There's cooling blankets in there as well.
And it just came out with a pillow also.
So if you're looking
for a pillow, it's a great product line. And again, planttrainers.com/hush, PLANTTRAINERS35 at checkout or with the coupon code, and you get $35 off your order. And of course, it'll be in our show notes at planttrainers.com/384.
And a little tip there. So they do have 3 different weights of the blanket. They have a children's one, and then they have 2 adult ones. And what you want to do is you want to try to calculate a 10% of your body weight, and then choose the blanket that is closest to that 10% of the body weight. So keep that in mind while you are ordering. And what we have done is we've ordered single blankets. So the king is really big and really, really heavy. So we've ordered everybody twin size. Yeah.
What a great gift, just in time for winter too.
All right. So next is one of the newest additions to the Plant Trainers house. So the blankets are still on the way. We just ordered them. I'm super excited. But for those of you on YouTube, you can see already, but I have been wanting for a really long time these Himalayan pink salt lamps. And I keep seeing them in some of these, clinics and spas and wellness stores that I go into. And I said, you know what, it's enough thinking about it. It's time to do it. Really not expensive at all. This one that we have has a dimmer switch.
Oh, it's beautiful too.
So you can turn it on, but you could dim it down as well. It's a 2-prong plug, which I like also because I have a lot of things to plug in my office. So I want to make sure that there's room in the extension to do that. And here's what you need to know about the Himalayan pink salt lamps. The research is a little bit not so strong on whether or not it is cleaning the air, whether the ions are actually doing anything to purify or to deodorize or to cleanse. But I love it because I feel as if it makes the room look prettier. It's calming. The color's really calming for me. They say that there's allergies and asthma and coughing symptoms and all other kinds of things that's there that it helps with. But at the end of the day, if you feel like it improves your calmness, your anxiety, your quality of life, then do it. If there's any chance that it's taking away the frequency in the air, that it's cleaning in some way, then I'm willing to do it because it looks really pretty too. So we've ordered one for each child's bedroom. We have one in our office, and we'll be getting one for our bedroom as well, maybe even 2, one for each side. I gotta tell you,
I asked Russ, our son, this morning how he slept last night, and he said he slept good. And normally he says normal or okay. And he said, I didn't prompt this in any way, but he said the lamp is really helping me sleep. And I'm like, cool, how come? Well, it just relaxes me a little bit before bed, and it's really helping me. And what's cool about these lamps is that each one is a little bit different. They have a bit of a different color or a shade or texture because of the shape, because they're actually salt rocks, right?
And that was the tip that I was going to give. If you we've done our research, so definitely click through the link that we're going to give you. But if you're in a store, or if you want to know if that salt lamp is real, number one, when you touch it and then you touch your you touch your tongue, you can tell that it's don't lick it, but you can tell that it's like gross salt. Not gross, but it's salt. Gross to eat. So you could kind of tell that way. Number two, if you want to know if it is man-made or if it's nature-made, it's not going to look the same throughout. So when you turn on that light, or even when you look at it, there'll be dark spots, there'll be light spots, there'll be orangey spots, there'll be pinky spots, and that's how you can tell that it is not man-made. And when you pull them out of the box, they're not all going to look the same. All three of them that we have right now are completely different. So again, the research isn't strong, which doesn't suggest to me that it doesn't exist, but from everything from asthma, coughs, calming, anxiety, sleep, these are what it's saying. Blood flow, energy levels, but we're enjoying it so far.
They look good.
Yeah, it's a nice decoration.
They work well, and it seems to be a very quality product that we thought we'd share with you, and that's why it's in a link in our show notes at planttrainers.com/384.
So while we're on the calming, while we're on the anxiety, while we're on the sleep issue, I'd like to talk about Renew 28. So this is a gel. We did a podcast before with Dr. Zelia Goreshnik, which was number 326. So we'll put that in the show notes. You can go back and listen to that, where we talked about what redox is inside the body, how this is something that is made inside our mitochondria, and it's responsible for communication in the body, and it's responsible for detecting, protecting, repairing, and replacing damaged cells. And this is something that we're using ourselves. This is something that a lot of our clients are using and getting great results in basically every area of health that you can name and beauty that you can name. So this Renew 28, the reason why I bring it up today is because it is a great price point. Please click through our link for this. I think it's Plant Trainers /myasialive.com, but click through the link or contact me so that I could help you order it and get the best price for it. But why I'm bringing this up today is if you have somebody in the family who, or somebody on your list who has muscle soreness, who wants better recovery, rubbing this into your muscles, rubbing this into joints, rubbing this into areas of inflammation 3 times in 5 minutes is really helping people. It's going to increase the blood flow. It's going to create connectivity. So if it needs more inflammation to heal, it will happen. And then when the inflammation is not needed anymore, the communication between the brain and the body will actually send that inflammation away. So it will increase, it'll decrease your discomfort, but increase your body's functionability. But this, so people will always say to me, I just turned 42 and I'll get 32, I'll get 35, I'll get sometimes 20s. Maybe they're being a little bit too nice to me, but people will always say to me, why is your skin so nice? Why do you look so young? And plants, 100% plants, but 100% Renew 28. I slather this stuff on my face twice a day, on my neck. It helps with stress. It helps with sleep. I rub it into my ears. I give myself, my thyroid, a massage before bed every night. This has been a game changer in our athletics, in our quality of skin, but quality of health overall for us and a ton of our clients. And
our kids use it too, right?
Our kids use it too. So when our son scraped his elbow, or my daughter has a little zit on her nose from the masks, actually I have a client who uses it to prevent the zits happening on the from the mask, and then uses it again after. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, my gift to you is a free 30-minute consultation. If you'd like to talk about the Renew 28 and how that might help you, if you've purchased it or if you haven't, I want to make sure that you're using it to the best of your ability. So I'm here for that 30-minute consult with you for free.
Cool. We'll link to that in the show notes too. And just before we let you all go, I just want to remind you that these shirts that we're wearing, the Training for Life shirts, they are still available. We do have some left in stock in our PT shop online, and also our Plant Power toques. There are still a few left, just in time for winter.
Just in time for winter. So I'm laughing because a peer was listening to the Plant Trainers podcast, and she said, I was listening and you kept saying toque. And she's like, she's from the South. She's like, I don't know what a toque is.
Hats.
But it is a winter, it's a little hat. Winter hat.
100% organic cotton. So yeah. And if you want to order those, of course, we'll ship them out to you with a personalized thank you note. So don't forget to grab them. Check out our link in our show notes.
And if it is a gift for someone, then email us as soon as you purchase it and let us know who it's for, so that we can make the card out to them and write your name at the end of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. So all these great things that we've been enjoying in our lives, we wanted to pass them on to you with some discounts when we could. So go to our show notes, planttrainers.com/384. And hopefully you can enjoy a lot of these just in time for the holiday season. Thank you guys so much for listening and being a part of our podcast journey.
Yes.
We really do appreciate you taking the time to be here and for all of your support. So hope you have a great holiday. Thank you for being here, and get ready for the next episode of the Plant Trainers podcast coming to you next week.
Woohoo. What number is this?
384.
And when's it coming out?
It's out.
No, but I mean, what's the date? What's the date today?
It's coming out November 24th.
November 24th. So that means that we have one more month to
1 month
to end off the year, and that is going to complete 6 years of the Plant Trainers podcast.
Right? 6 years of podcasting, and so many amazing people we've had on the show and met through podcasting and just networking in general. By the way, check out our stuff on Instagram Friday, because it's Black Friday.
Woo.
We'll be posting something special there as well. So thank you again for being here, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.